Hey class, we are going to jump right into this week's assignment. This is week 12. We're going to be doing a series of schedules, a few other minor things on our project thus far. We're going to start out by creating rooms. Now, the actual physical room we have created by drawing the walls that enclose the room. However, Revit has the ability to recognize rooms as an entity. And we do that by going to the Room tool, which is on the Architecture tab. And in the Room and Area panel, you'll see this Room button. So what you do is you click that. We don't need to check any of our properties. We're going to look at our options here. And we're pretty much good to go. We are going to tag on placement. You could also do place rooms automatically, but I generally suggest that you do them manually like this. What happens as you move your cursor into your drawing is that Revit automatically determines an enclosed space, and it creates a room. And you can see that the X goes through the entire space. It gives you a little tag. You click, and there's a room. So we are going to continue placing the rooms with the Room tool. We're going to place the bedroom, the bathroom, and this shouldn't be here real quick. So you'll notice this room here, there isn't anything separating this space up into the dining and the kitchen area. So it's going to sense this as one continuous space. So to separate this into a separate room, we need to create what's called a room separator. And that's up here again next to the room is the room separator. And for this room, essentially you're drawing a line that separates an area into two rooms, an enclosed area. All of my options are correct. I'm just going to click from this corner all the way over to this wall, and that creates a room separator. Now I generally don't want to see that room separator, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it, right click, hide in view by category, and that's going to hide all room separators. So that room separator is still there, I just can't see it. So now when I go to my room command, you'll notice that the dining area is separate from the kitchen area. So I can place this room, and I can come down and place the kitchen room. Now what I can do, I do not want to see the number, the room number. Generally that's done in commercial construction. This is residential, so I'm going to select the tag, and I'm going to come over here to my properties, and I'm going to edit the type, and I'm going to simply uncheck show room number. Hit OK, and the room numbers go away. Now I can rename these. So on and so forth. So that's what you'll do for the upstairs as well. I'm not going to go through all of that in this video. Now you may ask, what's the point of creating these rooms in Revit? Well, not only do they label the space, but we can create a schedule of these rooms and do things like extract square footages. Now this isn't part of this assignment, but I think it's helpful to understand it. If you right click and say new schedule quantities, you can come down here in the menu and pick a room schedule. And we're going to hit OK. And we're just going to simply put in the area and the name, but we're going to do the name first, so that's up at the top, and then the area, add that in using the green button, hit OK, and you can see the benefit of creating rooms. You can do things like scheduling areas. So we know the living room is 181 square feet. You can add all sorts of fields, base finishes, that's like baseboard, ceiling finish, wall finish, floor finish, all sorts of things that you can add into a room schedule. Again, the room schedule is not part of this assignment. I just want to show the benefit of creating actual rooms. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to create our door and window tags. So those are those symbols. If you'll remember in AutoCAD, we used a block to create the door and window tags. In Revit, it's a lot easier. And again, these door and window tags will tie back into our door and window schedule, which we'll create later. So the fastest way to tag pretty much anything that can be tagged is to go to the Annotate ribbon, and there's two buttons. You could tag by category. If you do that, you have to kind of click on each item and it creates this tag. You can see the tag kind of popping up. You click on a door, or you hover over a door and it creates a tag. Well, that's a slow kind of way to do it when you need to do one tag at a time. If you click Tag All, this menu comes up, and we're going to do all objects in current view. And so that means it's only going to do the tags on this floor. We are going to select door tags and window tags. You can see all the other things in this particular view that we could tag, but these are the only two that we're going to do. We're going to hit OK, and you can see every single window and door tag pops up. Now the problem is their location. So you can see that their window tags are centered on the window on the exterior side. Door tags are generally in the doorway. So these you can just select and drag them out of the way. And I generally drag them sort of clockwise due to the architectural tick being in the way. If I pulled this way, I'd be kind of close to that tick, so I pull it this way. So you'll have to go around and sort of modify all of these tags so that you're getting them out of the dimension witness lines. And you may have to pull some of these out as well, so you'll have to do a little bit of adjusting. Now this one I'm going to go this way because that dimension's in my way. The door tags I generally try to get sort of in that position. This one's actually pretty good. 6 is good. 2 I need to pull out, and you're going to start to see that I'm going to really start to have some problems here. So you may have to adjust this. I have to pull this 3 down a little bit, and I can also use my arrow keys to nudge these in small increments. And of course, since I pulled that one down, this dimension down, I'm going to adjust all of my dimensions to align. This one I'm actually going to pull out a little bit this way. And essentially, you just have to move these around. Now, the other thing that you'll want to do is actually number these. So this door, the entry door, is door number 1. So if I double click, oops, sorry, if you select the tag and then click the text, I can type 1, enter. You'll get this warning, and it'll say you'll have elements with duplicate mark values. Well, that's fine because it kind of goes through and decides what it's going to number these anyway randomly. But as I go through here, going from one door to the next, it'll keep giving me that warning. But eventually, as I go through and renumber all my doors, I won't have any doors with the same number. On the windows, you'll notice that for the most part, it's got all of our window type 1s correct. This window here is a window type 2, so I'll do the same thing, just like a door tag. Now, in the windows, it's going to say you're changing a type parameter. This could affect many elements. Continue, you say yes. So now what that does is all windows that are this type will now have a number 2. And that's fine because, again, doors have individual unique numbers, but windows we only have a number for each type of window. So you'll have to go to the second floor as well and tag all doors and windows up there. Again, look at the final deliverable for the numbers of all of these and edit them all. And I'll pick up in the next video where we'll take those doors and windows and put them into a schedule.